Redo You, the podcast that teaches you tools and strategies so you can build the confidence to rediscover and reinvent yourself. With me, Emma Hull, your favorite life coach. Each week, I'll introduce a concept that you can implement right away so you can live your most authentic life. Let's get started. Don't wait for things to happen and then see how you feel or make a decision then. Don't allow yourself to be a victim of circumstance. Instead, take the initiative, choose to be in charge of your life, and think ahead and pre-plan how to make decisions and how to handle situations. Perhaps you are planning to buy a new home in the next couple of years and you think, when the time's ready, I'll start planning. No, think about it now. Start thinking about what are some of the criteria for my perfect home. What would it be like? Also, what are the criteria for me being ready to buy my perfect home, my new home? Make a list of all the things that make it a yes. Maybe it's that you need to have a certain amount of money in the bank, perhaps be at a place in your relationship. Maybe the home needs to meet certain criteria, like being by a lake, having character, having a fenced yard. Write a list of all your dream things. And then also write a list of the things that it should not have. Like what makes this the wrong time in the wrong house? And write that out. And that way you've started already thinking about that decision. And when the time comes to make it, you can check against your list. And it's unlikely that you're going to find something that meets all the yes, but you can see how it matches your criteria. And check in with yourself on a regular basis, maybe every quarter, and see how you feel about those lists. If you're waiting for something to happen and see how you might feel, like maybe you are looking for a new job and you worry that it's going to be stressful and you're going to be anxious when you start a new job, don't wait until you get into that new job. Start doing the thought work now to set yourself up for success. Think about what are some of the things that you might feel. What might you experience? What are the thoughts that you might have? What might your inner voice be saying to you? What specifically are you worried about in this new job? What might be some of the challenges? And then think about solutions to those things, or how you would prefer to feel instead. So if you worry that you're going to feel foolish on the first day because you won't know anyone's names, and perhaps you think about how can you start getting better at remembering names right now, and find a technique, practice when you talk to people, when you meet people, whether it's at the yoga studio, on the ski hill, in the grocery store, asking them their name, and then remembering that name and seeing if you can recall it so that you're practicing for that skill that you want to have in your new job. Maybe you worry that you're going to feel tired because it's going to be a different schedule that you're on now. Well, perhaps you could start shifting your schedule to get used to working that kind of schedule, moving gradually towards it to get back into it. Think about the challenges that you are anticipating and pre-plan how those might affect you and how you can manage them. Don't wait for a problem to arise. Anticipate it and think about ways that you can overcome it and come up with strategies and practice implementing them so that then when you go into that new situation, you're already prepared and it's going to be less of a shock to your nervous system because you already know what to do. And absolutely, things are going to come up that you haven't prepared for, but the fact that you have already prepared for a lot of things is going to have set you up so well. And your brain will already be in that problem-solving mentality, not that victim mentality. And you'll be quick to think of solutions and ways that you can manage your mindset so that you can experience this new thing the way that you want to. So don't be a victim of circumstance. You can take control. Start planning for the future and decide how you want to respond. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Redo You podcast. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review, and tell a friend, because together we rise even higher. See you next Friday.